Our devotional thought today comes from Numbers chapter 17, verses 4 to 8. I call this the warning to rebellion. God doesn't want people to get in rebellion because when they do, it causes challenges. Now let me read you Numbers 17, verses 4 to 8. Place these staffs in the tabernacle in front of the ark containing the tablets of the covenant where I meet with you. Buds will sprout on the staff belonging to the man I choose. Then I will finally put an end to this people's murmuring and complaining against you. So Moses gave the instructions to the people of Israel, and each of the 12 tribal leaders, including Aaron, brought Moses a staff. Moses placed the staffs in the Lord's presence in the tabernacle of the covenant. When he went into the tabernacle of the covenant the next day, he found that Aaron's staff, representing the tribe of Levi, had sprouted, budded, blossomed, and produced ripe almonds. Now look at verse 10. And the Lord said to Moses, place Aaron's staff permanently before the ark of the covenant, to serve as a warning to rebels. This should put an end to their complaints against me and prevent any further deaths. Now notice God said, you know what? I don't want to bring judgment on people. I don't want judgment to flow upon people. I don't want any more of this. He says, so let me put out a warning, because rebellion always ends in destruction. God will vindicate his leaders. But he says, listen, for a warning, here's the warning. The rod that buds and produces fruit. Now, brothers and sisters, those rods were dead wood. They could produce nothing in themselves. And that's what you have to look at in every man's life. We can produce nothing within ourselves. But when God touches a man, God brings fruit out. Doesn't matter their imperfections. I mean, there are no perfect people in this world but Jesus. God brings out fruit. Now, I'm not saying preachers can go live in sin. Please, you know me better than that, okay? God will judge these people. But for the most part, we need to understand that rebellion doesn't come against sinful preachers. Rebellion usually comes against the good guys. And go through the scriptures, see it. You look at all the horrible kings, they never faced rebellion, okay? Rebellion doesn't normally come against the bad guys because they just kill people. Rebellion comes against the good guys because they don't want to hurt anybody. And the same thing is true in the church world today. Rebellion doesn't come against the corrupt, crooked preachers. It comes against the good guys. But God said, you know what? I've always laid out a warning for people to see. The rod that buds and produces fruit. I put a flow of life through that man. I put a flow of spiritual life through that woman. And we have to learn to honor that flow of life. So I would challenge you today, when you look at things in the world today, and you see people who have a lot to say, and they think they should be in charge, but you don't see any fruit, okay, just leave them alone. Follow those that bear fruit in Jesus' name.